Have you ever known exactly what you wanted to say, but the moment everyone looked at you, your words suddenly disappeared, your voice became quieter, you started overthinking every sentence, and somehow, you walked away wishing you had spoken differently? If that sounds familiar, there's something important you need to understand. Confidence isn't the ability to speak without fear. It's the ability to speak even when you feel it. And by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what makes someone sound confident, what silently destroys your confidence while speaking, and how you can start changing it in your everyday conversations. Because here's the part most people get wrong. They think confident people were simply born that way. They weren't. Confidence is built through the way you think, the way you speak, and most importantly, the way you treat yourself when you're speaking. Let's start with the biggest mistake. You're trying too hard to sound confident. When you're focused on how you sound, you're no longer focused on what you're saying. You start thinking, was that sentence good? Did they understand me? Do I sound stupid? Why did I say it like that? And suddenly, instead of having a conversation, you're watching yourself have one. That's exhausting, and people can feel it. Confident speakers aren't constantly monitoring themselves. They're focused on communicating. So the first change is simple. Stop trying to impress people and start trying to express yourself clearly. You don't need complicated words. You don't need a perfect accent. You don't need to sound like the most intelligent person in the room. You just need to make your point clearly. And if you're already trying to improve the way you communicate, that says something good about you. You're more self-aware than you think. The next thing you need to change is something almost everyone overlooks. Slow down. You can practice this today. Take one sentence and say it slowly. Then pause. Don't immediately fill the silence. Silence isn't your enemy. A confident person doesn't panic because there's a moment of silence. They use that moment to think. And here's something important. The way you behave today may simply be the behavior you've practiced for years. If you've spent years staying quiet, avoiding eye contact, hiding your opinions, or worrying about what people think, of course confidence may feel unfamiliar. You didn't fail at being confident. You simply practiced being hesitant for a long time. And the good news, what you've practiced can be retrained. Start small. Speak up once when you normally stay quiet. Share your opinion. Start a conversation. Hold eye contact for a few seconds longer. Every time you do it, you're giving your brain new evidence. I can do this. And slowly, what once felt uncomfortable starts becoming normal. Now stop apologizing for everything. Sorry, can I ask something? Sorry, I might be wrong. Sorry, this may sound stupid. Sometimes apologies are necessary, but you don't need to apologize simply for having a voice. Instead of saying, sorry, can I ask you something? Say, can I ask you something? Instead of, sorry, I might be wrong. Say, here's how I see it. Confidence isn't thinking you're better than everyone else. It's knowing you don't have to think you're less than everyone else. And remember, confident people don't know everything. They're comfortable saying, I don't know. Let me think about that. Could you explain what you mean? You don't need to prove that you know everything to sound confident. You just need to be comfortable enough to learn. Your voice doesn't need to be deep. Your accent doesn't need to be perfect. You don't need complicated words. Speak clearly. Breathe. Slow down. Finish your sentences. And most importantly, stop thinking you have to impress everyone. You don't. You just need to express yourself. Because confidence isn't about becoming the loudest person in the room. Sometimes, it's simply having the courage to speak when your voice is shaking. So the next time you feel nervous before speaking, don't tell yourself, I need to stop being nervous. Tell yourself, I can be nervous and still speak. Because real confidence doesn't begin when fear disappears. It begins when you stop letting fear make your decisions. And one day, you'll look back and realize, the confident version of you wasn't missing. You were just waiting for enough practice to become her. If this video helped you see confidence differently, subscribe for more videos on self-growth mindset and becoming a stronger version of yourself.